Bless their little hearts. The younger generation is losing their Southern drawl.
What?
The University of Georgia and Georgia Tech research shows the number of people with a traditional accent is dropping.
Well, Megan Western went around Central Georgia to put the study to the test, y'all.
I just talk country. I'm a Georgia peach. Everywhere I go, they know where I'm from.
Home to Mildred Mimbs is a place they call your Southern home, Cochran, Georgia.
They call me the mouth of the South.
So you'll hear her use a few y'alls.
When I forget what I'm saying, I say whatever.
And that Southern drawl carries for Cochran natives.
Would you consider yourself someone to have a Southern accent?
Very much.
Over yonder in Hancock County, we found different results.
I was born in Detroit, Michigan in 1961.
Patrice Griffin moved to Hancock County when he was 10.
Talk basically like I did when I left Michigan.
Talking around town, he notices the difference.
And I wonder, am I supposed to speak like that?
Nicoya Green's godparents were English teachers.
Sometimes when you just grow up in a town more so longer than other people, it kind of becomes ingrained in you. This is how you're supposed to talk.
According to research done by Professor Margaret Winwick, she's right.
Once kids go to school and they are in amongst their peers, they start talking like the other kids around them.
And that means the Southern accent is fading in many areas. This is seen a lot more in Generation Z, but folks, Renwick says the main cause for the shift is more people moving to Georgia since the late 60s.
Population movements mean that Georgia speakers growing up after the 1960s were in a very different linguistic environment.
Paula Drawhorn from Bibb County says she's heard this to be true.
My youngest son doesn't have as strong of a Southern accent like that.
I reckon you'll hear the difference in these sentences.
Don't ask me to carry an oily
Rag like that.
We saw 8 tiny icicles
Below our roof.
But the South is still strong in the young people. One Dublin native says he didn't realize his accent until he traveled.
But if I go somewhere else up north, then I kind of have one, kind of don't.
And Terrence Phelps thinks his drawl comes out in his slang.
I say like I ain't, you ain't, we ain't.
Now, Renwick says that our accent and our language is only going to continue to change with time. From all across Central Georgia, I'm Megan Western, 13 WMAZ News.
You know, that's really interesting. I will say, for me, when I was really younger and I had this really strong Southern accent, I would talk like that and things like that. I had a director one time because I used to do theater. You know, I wanted to be on TV. He said, "You're never going to make it in this industry with that Southern accent." So I tried not to have a Southern accent, but I don't know if I am successful with that.
See, I'm a military transplant, so I came from all over. And when I moved to Georgia, I was like, I don't know if I could talk like that. And now every once in a while, I'll hear it slip in my voice. And when I travel, people are like, "Oh, you're from the South."
Northerners are really good at picking that stuff up, too.
Hey, I'll take it, though. Right. You can hear more Central Georgia responses and learn more about this research right now on 13WMAZ.com. Pretty interesting.